Now we have more news coming in from Dubai Air Show crash. In an unfortunate incident, a Tejas fighter jet has crashed around 2:10 local time. As per Times Now reports, there is no information on the pilot yet so far. As you can see in the visuals right in front of us, there is a screen of thick and black smoke which is seen rising from the crash site near the airport. This prompted a panic amongst the onlookers, including families with children who had gathered to watch the show. We will keep you updating on, these developments. Indian Air Force has, in fact, also issued a statement confirming this particular crash. This was, in fact, Tejas Light Combat Aircraft, LCA, of the Indian Air Force. So this was the fifth day of Dubai Dubai show, where they were demoing this particular aircraft, and the crash happened at around 2:10 p.m. local time while flying a demonstration flight for the crowd. As you can see in the visuals over there, crashing, the aircraft crashing right there. And soon we have our reporter Shrinjoy Chaudhary joining us, but it's tragic. This happened during a flight display at an air show where, families had gathered. Shrinjoy is joining us right now. Shrinjoy, can you give us more details and tell us whether the pilot has survived?
The Air Force has not confirmed, so we don't know for sure. But a fireball is a very worrying situation. When there is a fireball, then it becomes a very, very difficult case. That's really the first thing. But we also need to know what caused the fireball. Because if this is a technical glitch, a technical problem that caused this fireball, then the first thing is we have to find out what the reason for it is. And there are two groups of people who have to put their heads together. The Air Force and Hindustan Aeronautics, to work out what led to this. So you would expect experts from both organizations to actually work this out and find out for sure what actually caused this fireball. Because unless you know that, the future of the other Tejases that are with the Air Force and that will get to the Air Force, not just the Indian Air Force, perhaps other air forces in the future, become at risk. We must know before any other Tejases fly again what caused this and ensure that this doesn't happen again.
In some of the news reports and the footage, there is a leak seen on the video. But there is a claim that it was just a routine condensation drainage and not oil. What do you speak about that explanation? Have you heard any more details on this?
See, once a full investigation is done, only then can you know whether it was condensation, whether it was an oil leakage. It's entirely possible. Anything could have happened. Maybe there was an oil leakage. Maybe it was, but we don't know for certain. Because if it was, then yes, that's an explanation. But is that the right explanation? We still have to work that out. It's important to have a full investigation before you look at anything else. But it's a really tragic event because this was not expected to happen. How it happened is something we have to work out. Because the future of the Tejas' deployment in the Indian Air Force is at stake, and it's a huge investment in time and effort and human resources. All of that have to be kept in mind. The most important thing is the safety of the pilots. And till we find out what really caused this, the Air Force will probably have to stand down its Tejas flying.
So much, Shrinjoy, for telling us all the details. Well, this is a developing story. We will get you more details as and when we find out. But as Shrinjoy mentioned, this could actually weaken confidence in the Tejas program globally. But we'll get you more details as and when we find out. Thank you so much for watching News Now. Goodbye.